Good afternoon, Mr. Pras. Today, our group will be explaining about Gramedia. My name is Fatwa Ali Hussein.
My name is Yusuf Taurul.
My name is Haidiong Sudarso.
And my name is Gunisada.
History of Gramedia. Gramedia was founded on February 2nd, 1970 in Jakarta. At first, Gramedia was just a small bookstore on Jalan Gajah Mada, Jakarta. However, over time, Gramedia has grown rapidly and is now one of the largest bookstore chains in Indonesia. The founder of Gramedia are P.K. Ojong and Jacob Utama. Two figures who also found Kompas Gramedia. P.K. Ojong is known as an entrepreneur in the media and publishing sector, while Jacob Utama is a journalist and important figure in the history of the Indonesian press. Both have a vision to advance the education and literacy of the Indonesian people through easier and wider access to books. Gramedia business works in publishing books from various genres such as fiction, non-fiction, children's books, and scientific literature. Not only focusing on selling books, Gramedia has also expanded its business by providing other products such as stationery, office supplies, educational toys, and multimedia products. Gramedia is also starting to expand into digital business by providing ebooks and digital platform from readers. Apart from physical stores, Gramedia now has the Gramedia.com platform, which allow customers to buy books and other products online. In this way, Gramedia reaches more customers throughout Indonesia and even abroad.
The system that will be built for Gramedia aims to manage all aspects of bookstore operation, starting from managing book data, customer to sales transaction, with the scope and business process involved. First is sales. Sales is a customer can purchase book directly at the store through the website or via the mobile app. The system records the transaction, update the inventory, and issue a save. So, book purchasing. The purchasing team negotiates with publisher, place order, and receive book shipment. So, inventory management. The system automatically update book inventory whenever a sale is made or new stock is received. So the last, there's a report. The system generates various report to assist management in decision making, such as monthly sales report, low stock alerts, and employee performance report.
Okay, for the flowchart in Gramedia that we are using is based on the business system that we discussed, that is from customer making a sales until the manager makes a report and updates to the database. So the process starts from when a customer makes a purchase, and then it decides either the customer makes it from online or offline. If the customer orders the book from an online, the system will then checks for a stock in the database. From there on, if the stock is available, then the system will automatically import it into the system lock transition. But if it's not on stock, then the system will make an order to the supplier, and then after that it will receive a shipment, and then it will update itself to the database, so it tells that the book itself or the stock is available. But if the customer itself is ordering from offline, then it will automatically go into the system lock transition. From there on, the system lock will print out two types of document, which is a digital receipt or a general report, which then the system lock will update itself into the database. From there, in the general report, the manager will receive the report and review it. If the rating is as set as it is, then the manager will confirm the transaction into the database. But if not, then the manager will reject it, and the process will start all over again. But if the manager accepts it and with nothing else have any problem, then the process has ended.
In the entity relationship diagram of the Gramedia, based on the system that we have discussed, there are around 10 tables that has relationship with each other. Starting of the customer and its attribute of customer ID being the primary key, and then we have the normal attribute, which is first name, email, phone number, and address. Now we move to transaction table, starting off with the transaction ID being the primary key and customer ID being the foreign key, and then we have the normal attribute, which is date, total amount, payment method, and then base the attribute transaction connect with the customer table, being that one customer can make many transactions and the relationship being one to many. Now we move to transaction detail. As we can see, we have transaction detail is being foreign key and book ID is being foreign key too, and then we have the normal attribute here, quantity, unit price, and one more is employee ID being the foreign key. And one transaction can have a lot of transaction detail. That's why relationship of the transaction and transaction detail is the one to many. And now we move to book, and the attribute is book ID, which is being the primary key, and publisher ID being foreign key. And we have the normal attribute is title, author, price, stock level. Book to transaction detail is one to many. Why? Because book can make many detail in one process. Now we move to publisher table, and the attribute is publisher ID for the primary key, and then we have the normal one is name, contact details. And why the book to publisher is many to one? Because the publisher might make more than one book. Now we move to order. The attribute of the order table is order ID for primary key and publisher ID for being foreign key. Then we have a normal one is that total cost. Relationship of publisher to order is one to many. Why? It's because a company can make more than one order to the one author. Now we move to order detail, starting off with order ID as a foreign key, and we have the normal is book ID, quantity, unit price. Relationship of order to order detail is one to many. It's because one order can make many detail.
And then continuing off, we have the employee table, which has the attribute of employee ID being its primary key, and then the name, and then position. And then its relation with transaction detail being its employee ID, its foreign key. It's because one employee can handle many transactions, which is why the employee and transaction detail has the relationship of one to many. And then we have sales report, which has the attribute of report ID, employee ID, month, and sales, which employee ID being its foreign key, which connects itself into the employee, because one employee can check many sales report, which is why it's a relationship being one to many. And then we have the last one being the inventory table, which has a connection to the book. The inventory table has three types of attribute. The first being book ID being its foreign key, the second one is its stock level, and the last one being its reorder level. Why it has a relation with book? It's because one book might have one inventory in it because it cannot exist within each other. Because if none of them exist, meaning that there is no process to be done. Which is why the relationship is 1-to-1.